Hey, hello, good evening. So I'm using the opportunity of a beautiful summer night to take the Superdelite GT Vario for a spin on one of the most beautiful bike paths in Luxembourg, next to the LZ. I have trees all around. You probably can't see them, but this opportunity is great to demonstrate the quality of the headlight on this bike. So I'd like to say a few words about it. When you switch on the bike, the lights come on automatically, and there is no way of switching it off. So it's always on, and the only thing you can control is the brightness of the light with this thumb button I will demonstrate in a few moments, and that button will also shine when I select the I-beams. So that's one thing. The other thing is the light turns as your handlebar turns, and you can see, and you can also decide about the angle manually twisted, and it's preset in a very low position, so I tilted it a little bit higher so that it illuminates more towards the front than just a few meters. So I wonder about the longevity of this light. If it's on all the time and you go for hours and hours of riding during the day and you can't switch it off, I always wonder how long will that light last, even if it's an LED. So we'll see about that. I always like to have control over the lights in my car, in my bikes, in my house. So not having control over possibility of switching it on and off for me is not such a great feature. However, the light itself is of great quality. I can see it's very wide, so it has a good coverage towards the middle, and also all around it's very good. I can see the first meter of the trees on the side of the road, and now I'm going to press the button and see how the high beams illuminate. And here it is. So now it became very bright towards the sides on the first meter in front of me, but also I can see the trees 5 meters high. I can see the branches on top, and I can see much further, up to, I would say, 70 to 100 meters. So these are very powerful lights, and as you can see, the button is shined blue. Now I have discovered a little issue with the light. I don't know if it's intentional or if it's a bug, but if I switch it on now I want to switch it back on, it does not always work. So it worked this time. I switching it back on, and now I pressed again and nothing. So I pressed again and nothing. It could be some kind of device to avoid switching on and off repeatedly those I-beams, but I don't know. So I have to wait a few minutes. And it's back again. I wouldn't say a few minutes, maybe 30 seconds, 45 seconds. Yeah. one other thing I'd like to talk about is the light has some striation. So in front of me it's kind of a little bit shade, then there's a band of light, and then there's a little bit of shade, and then the rest is quite bright. Yeah, so with this bike you will not have any problems riding at night. You will always see ahead of you, and you will always be seen. In fact, I would recommend, if you're passing other people on the bike path or passing other cars, that you would select the low beams like this. Right, now I'm going to turn around so you can see how much. Hope this camera is picking it up well and good enough. So you see now I can maybe see 30 meters ahead, and if I switch it on, poof, almost all the road. Amazing, quite amazing. In the back, I'm going to stop now and show you. There are 5 LED lights, red, and they shine brighter as we brake. So I'm going to stop here momentarily, put the kickstand on. You can see I'm pressing the brakes, so I'm releasing the brakes. But these lights are always on. They are attached to the bike rack, and the 2 lights that are external are brighter than the 3 lights in the middle. So let's go around the bike. These are the I-beams. They're very, very powerful. I can see written there Supernova. I think the model is the M99. And you can see they are quite powerful. And then we switch it off, and then they become more bearable. Again, if you are passing other people and cars, you should consider the low beams. All right. As you saw, the light was always on, even when I stopped. And the light is directly connected to the battery. So as long as you have a charge on a battery and the battery is connected, then you will have light. There is no alternator generator in of any of the hubs or anything like that. So this light will be on as long as there's power on those batteries. Okay, let's switch it back on again, and wow, it shines bright. Very good stuff. Again, some good points for the equipment choices of Riese Müller. This bike is expensive, but then you get good quality equipment for the money, I must say. I'm quite happy with it. I would not hesitate in going on long rides, especially towards the end of the summer. Sometimes you get a little bit caught by a earlier end of the day because you're used to long days all summer long, and then end of August, September, then those days get shorter and then you went out at the normal time, but when you were coming back, then it got a lot darker, a lot sooner than you were expecting. And with this bike you will not have any problems, and you will never forget the lights, because they're always attached to the bike and they're always on. Yeah, so that's it. I hope it helps for any other future owner of a Riese Müller Superdelite, the lights will be a strong point. All right, cheers.